The next topic we are going to discuss is the stomach. So before that we have to discuss the physiological anatomy of the stomach. So stomach, it is a hollow muscular organ that consists of, number one, it consists of fundus. It consists of fundus, body and pyloric part. So this region is the fundus, this is the body and this is the pylorus. So fundus, it is the upper part of the stomach. So the upper part of the stomach is the fundus. It is above the level of cardiac orifice. Body, it is the main part of the stomach. So main part of the stomach is the body, whereas the pyloric part, it is the lower part of body. It is divided into two parts. Number one is the pyloric antrum and second is the pyloric canal. Now for exam point of view, you have to remember that the glands that are present in the, number one, in the pyloric part, they are the, number one, G cells that secrete gastrin and the soluble mucin. Whereas the main gastric glands, the glands that are present in the fundus and the body, that are the, number one, parietal cells or oxyntic cells that secrete HCl, chief cells that gives pepsinogen. So the gastric mucous membrane, it consists of three types of gastric glands. One is the main gastric gland, second cardiac tubular glands, and third is the pyloric glands. So the main gastric glands, these are maximum in number. So they are found in the mucosa of body and the fundus of the stomach. So they contains chief cells or zymogen cells that secretes the pepsinogen. Second, they contain the parietal cells or oxyntic cells that secrete HCl. So for your exam point of view, you have to remember the parietal cells or oxyntic cells that secretes the HCl. So they are present in the fundus and body part. And chief cells, zymogen, that secrete pepsinogen. So pepsinogen is an inactive protein that is converted by enzyme HCl to small proteolytic enzyme pepsin. So pepsinogen is converted into pepsin by the HCl. So pepsinogen is inactive form, whereas pepsin is a active form. It is converted into HCl only at pH less than 6. So what is its function? Number one, it digests the proteins to polypeptide. Pepsinogen act on water soluble cheesinogen to form cheesine. It forms cheesine. So number one, it has a milk curdling effect, and second, it is proteolytic in function as it digests proteins to polypeptide. Second, cells that are present are parietal or oxyntic cells that secrete HCl. So they are found in the body of the stomach. So they secrete HCl. The function of HCl is it helps in killing the ingested bacteria. So it has a bactericidal effect. It helps in iron absorption by converting ferric to ferrous ion. The parietal cells also secrete a heat labile glycoprotein that you have to remember for your exam, that is intrinsic factor, that combines with the vitamin B12 and helps in absorption from the small intestine. So the gastric mucosa atrophy causes deficiency of intrinsic factor with the failure to absorb vitamin B12, and patient develops pernicious anemia. That is the key point that you have to remember for your exam. The surface epithelium of gastric mucosa also consists of mucus cells that secrete mucus or bicarbonate. Second are the cardiac or the tubular cells, glands. So these glands are found in cup of gastric mucosa. It secretes insoluble mucus. Third are the pyloric gland or known as antral glands. So the deeper portion of pyloric glands, they have G cells or the gastrin, which secrete a hormone gastrin. So remember, gastrin, it is also found in the pituitary gland. It is also found in pituitary gland, hypothalamus, medulla oblongata, etc. So remember, these G cells appear to be neural in origin because they take up amine precursors and decarboxylate them. That is why they are known as Apert cells. So remember, these are also known as Apert cells. So what is the function? It stimulates the gastric acid and pepsin secretion. Second, it stimulates the gastric motility. So it causes the contraction of the esophageal sphincter. Third, it has feeble effect on contraction of gallbladder. It stimulates insulin and glucagon secretion. Also, it stimulates the growth of mucosa of stomach. So it has a trophic effect. Remember, for your exam, in the pernicious anemia, the gastrin secretion is elevated because of atrophy of the gastric mucosa. So now what are the factors that inhibit the gastrin release? So as we know, whenever there is an increase in gastric secretion, so the increase in gastrin secretion, as we know, that increases the acid secretion. So increased acid secretion causes the somatostatin to inhibit the gastrin secretion. So somatostatin that will inhibit the gastrin secretion. So for exam point of view, you have to remember that somatostatin will inhibit the gastrin secretion. Coming to function of stomach, as we know, it has a storage function. So food remain in the stomach for several hours and passes gradually into the intestine. It has a digestive function. It has a HCl that kills many of the ingested bacteria, and the intrinsic factor that is necessary for absorption of the vitamin B12 from the small intestine, and decreased absorption of vitamin B12 that produces pernicious anemia. Now let us discuss various gastrointestinal hormones. So number one is the enteroendocrine cells. Enteroendocrine cells. So these are the hormone secreting cells that are present. They are present in the gastric mucosa, intestinal mucosa, and pancreatic cells. Other are the neuroendocrine cells. Neuroendocrine cells or Apert cells. So the enteroendocrine cells that secrete hormone from the amines are known as amine precursors or the Apert cells. So these type of cells, as we discussed earlier, they are present in the brain, lungs, and endocrine gland. Enterochromaffin cells. These cells secrete serotonin. Other gastrointestinal hormones, number one is the gastrin. So it is mainly secreted by the G cells of pyloric gland of stomach. Remember, in the fetus, the islet of Langerhans also secrete this hormone. So the stimulant for the gastrin is the stimulus for the gastrin is the presence of food in the stomach. So this gastrin hormone stimulates the gastrin secretion and motility. It stimulates the release of pancreatic hormone, pancreatic juice, and pancreatic hormones. It stimulates the islet of Langerhans in pancreas to release the pancreatic hormone. Also, it stimulates the gastric glands to secrete gastric juice with more of pepsin and HCl. So it promotes the growth of gastric mucosa. Second comes the secretin. It is secreted by S cells of duodenum, jejunum and ileum. So the stimulant for release and activation of prosecretin is enzyme chyme. So the stimulus here is chyme entering the duodenum from the stomach. Also secretin, remember, it stimulates the exocrine pancreatic secretions. So it acts on the cell of pancreatic ducts by the cyclic CAMP and causes secretion of large amount of watery juice and high content of bicarbonate. So other action of secretin is it inhibits the secretion of secretin. It inhibits the secretion of gastric juice. So that is what you have to remember for your exam. It is rich in bicarbonates. It is seen in duodenum, jejunum and ileum. And it causes secretion of large amount of watery juice with high content of bicarbonates. It inhibits the motility of stomach. Third is cholecystokinin. So for exam point you have to remember is cholecystokinin. It causes the contraction of gallbladder. It is secreted by eye cells in mucosa of duodenum and jejunum. So the stimulant for the release of this hormone is presence of chyme containing digestive products of fats and proteins. So main function you have to remember for your exam is it causes contraction of gallbladder. It stimulates the exocrine pancreatic secretion. It causes the secretion of the pancreatic juice. Also it accelerates the activity of secretin to produce more alkaline pancreatic juice with a large amount of bicarbonates. Other hormone is a gastric inhibitory peptide. So it is secreted in duodenum, jejunum and antrum of stomach. So this hormone it is secreted when chyme containing glucose and fat enter the duodenum. So remember, this gastric inhibitory peptide stimulates the beta cells in the islet of Langerhans to release insulin. So it causes insulin secretion whenever chyme with glucose enter the small intestine. Recent study revealed that this hormone does not show any significant action on the gastric secretions. Other important hormone is glucagon. So for exam point of view you have to remember it is mainly secreted by alpha cells by the alpha cells of islet of Langerhans in the pancreas. So presence of food with more fat and protein in stomach is stimulant for the glucagon release. Hypoglycemia, it is the stimulant for secretion of pancreatic glucagon. So what will glucagon do? It will increase the blood sugar level. So glucagon will increase the blood sugar level. Other is somatostatin. It is a growth inhibiting hormone. It is found in the D cells of stomach and upper part of small intestine. So for exam point of view, you have to remember this somatostatin inhibit the secretion of growth pancreatic polypeptide. So it is secreted mainly by the PP cells of islet of Langerhans in the pancreas. It is also found in the small intestine. So this pancreatic polypeptide, it is secreted by the presence of chyme with proteins. So what are its action? It increases the secretion of glucagon from the alpha cells of islets of Langerhans. It decreases the secretion of pancreatic juice from the exocrine part of the pancreas. Other is neuropeptide. It is secreted by the enteric nerve endings in the ileum and colon. It is also secreted in the medulla. So it causes increase in the blood flow in the enteric blood vessels and stimulate the increased food intake. Motilin, it is present in the stomach and intestine. So it is believed to be secreted by enterochromaffin cells. So it is secreted when the chyme from the stomach enters the duodenum. It accelerates the gastric emptying and increases the peristalsis in the colon. Substance P, it is secreted at the nerves, at the pain nerve endings in the brain and enteric nerve endings in the small intestine. So in the GIT tract, the substance P increases the mixing and propulsive movement of the small intestine. Other comes the ghrelin. It is a recent discovered hormone. It is synthesized by the epithelial cells in the fundus of stomach. So the stimulation of ghrelin, it increases during the fasting and it decreases when the stomach is full. So it promotes the secretion of growth hormone by stimulating somatotropin, that is the growth hormone synthesizing cells in the anterior pituitary. Other hormones are enkephalin, dynorphin, neurotensin, serotonin, bombacin, etc.